So, we had a debate last week.
Yeah,
No, at work. We had a debate, didn't we?
we did.
And it was, would you pick your club over your country?
No. Well, yeah.
Basically,
well,
in
yeah.
hindsight.
What would it was more like a what would you rather? It was club or country.
Yeah, that was it. So,
The actual debate started, and the actual question was, it was you as a Blues fan, would you rather Birmingham win the FA Cup or England win the World Cup? That was how it started.
Would you rather see?
That was how
Yeah.
it started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would you rather?
And I said I'd rather see Birmingham win the FA Cup, and you kicked up
And
a
I
fuss.
said I'd rather see
England win the World Cup,
rather
yeah.
than Blues win the FA Cup.
Yeah. Now, my reasoning behind that was because
Blues are shit and have won anything.
basically, basically, without slagging my own team off, yeah. But because we're not used to silverware,
Yeah.
and the FA Cup is the oldest and most prestigious trophy to me as well, in England as well. And I just think, that's domestic as well.
Would you
before
rather,
you go,
quick question, quick question, just thought comes
Go
to me
on.
now. If you had the choice, because you've just said then, to you, the FA Cup is the oldest, the most prestigious.
mm-hmm.
So if you could, let's say in 5 years' time, for a fact, you could either win the FA Cup or the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still going FA Cup? I mean, that's that because you just said then the FA Cup to you is the most prestigious cup you could win.
I'm going off being realistic. To be fair, I don't think it's realistic for Birmingham to win the Premier League in the next 5 years.
It's not realistic for you to
But-
win the FA Cup either.
No, it's not. But I think we have more chance depending on the run. Look at Bradford when they went to the final against Swansea.
Millwall in 2004.
Yeah, Dennis Wise, Millwall. Yeah, exactly. I think
Tim
it,
Cahill.
depending on the path, it is a bit of a luck of the draw situation with the FA Cup as well. I think.
I mean, if the League Cup's anything to go by.
Well, yeah. I mean, that just goes to prove that it can happen. I know it was in the Premier League then.
Sorry. No, I meant last night's performance in the League Cup.
No, let's pretend we're talking about 2011 League Cup. But no, so I just think it's the realistic side of things.
We need to touch on these things, Rhys. We need to touch on the fact, and we can't ignore it. We can't skip past it. You lost to Port Vale. in
Yeah,
the League
okay.
Cup.
Last night, Birmingham City lost to Port Vale 1-0 at home in the League Cup. But last year, it also happened, and we got promoted. Won the League One. We were champions of League One. That's what I was trying to say. I got muddled up. But
I just wanted to on camera have just a little slide. Listen,
slow dig, yeah, okay, I get it.
If we in the League Cup, if Port Vale goes against Spurs, and then you're gonna do the same thing.
100% now.
Yeah, so you would have anyway. Telling me you would.
Yeah, I would have. Fair.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so basically,
Back to the matter
the debate. So yeah, I said I would rather see Birmingham win the FA Cup because it's more realistic, and I've never seen us really lift a proper good domestic trophy apart from the League Cup. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's just not in our list of to-do things. It's not something that you expect from Birmingham. So us to go to an FA Cup final would be amazing. And
Have you ever made an FA Cup final?
no. Oh, yeah. Back in like 1960 something against Man City, they beat us 3-0, and that whole time their keeper had a broken neck.
What, cities?
Manchester City's keeper. He was a German keeper, and he had a broken neck in the final.
How many times in history have goalkeepers broke their necks? So there's one at Liverpool. I'm sure
Yeah. Mental. There's a film about it as well. I can't remember the name of the film, but it's about his life.
I can think of a few times.
Yeah, so we lost the City. I'm sure it was 3-0. But yeah, so anyway, for us to do that, I think would be a bigger achievement for me personally than seeing England go and win the World Cup. I mean, we've already been to a final of the Euros twice, so it can happen. We always talk about it happening, and we always seem to be getting further and further and closer and closer. So it's kind of expected now. I mean, bookies always have us down as like the third favourites or second favourites sometimes. So to see Birmingham go that far in the FA Cup, I think it would just mean a lot more to me, having to witness the joys and the sorrows. Birmingham thing every season, and we've had a proper hard last 10 years as well, where we haven't had anything
I was going to get that reference.
Did you not?
No.
It's in our anthem.
Sorry, the Birmingham anthem that I know.
Yeah. Anyway,
You fucking idiot.
I just had to chuck it out there.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's just he looked at me like, that Birmingham anthem.
I know you're there, like, what the fuck are you on about? But yeah, anyway, so I just think it does mean a lot more. And if you actually told, look, we have already spoke about it, but I would much rather see Birmingham win an FA Cup than England win the World Cup. It'd mean more to me. So yeah, I'm a club over country kind of guy. Don't mean to say that, I ain't bothered about England. Of course I am, I love it. But you get all these fans that come out of the woodwork that think Rooney's playing still.
Yeah, but you always get fans that come out of the woodwork.
Really rattles me,
but
man.
they always
the ones that don't bother with.
But
football.
okay, I get that. But there are ones. How many, as a Blues fan, because you've declined a bit, but now you've obviously coming back a little bit. How many, you know, when you first went down, the first couple of games in League One, was the stadium packed out?
Yeah,
it was.
It was full. Okay. We were selling out pretty much every game.
But there will
but
be
that's because of the owners and everything. You know what I mean?
But the point is,
the situation we're in.
The point I was going to try, mate, was even there still would be. There will be fans that are now crawling back out of the woodwork, and they're all like, "Oh, Birmingham doing well again. I'm going to support them again."
Yeah, it's really hard to get a ticket as well there now. They sold out most of their allocation for season tickets, but that's just because of where we are now as a club with our takeover. Do you know what I mean? If we never got taken over and we got relegated, mate, you wouldn't even get half what we have now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I mean is, if you get the fans, you always get fans that come crawling out of the woodwork when
exactly.
teams do well.
And like England. So yeah, that's my my verdict. So what would be your take? Because you would much rather see.
I lost my head because I did think I was England World Cup. I did sit back and think about it, and I think because obviously Spurs have won at like 8 FA Cups.
Yeah, I think so. It's about 8 and 3 Europa Leagues, is it?
3 Europa Leagues.
Yeah.
I think we've got like 4 League Cups.
Stop rubbing the salt in my
No. But I weren't saying that. You were the one that brought up the Europa Leagues. I was about because you were saying about FA Cup, so I'm saying Spurs with the FA Cup. So for me, I'm thinking that, and then England won World Cup, and I just remember thinking. But then when I sat back and thought about it, I thought you got to make it like that question. Like, you got to make it seem appealing to everybody. So, like, to you, FA Cup, you never won it, one final, that's what you love. And then I sat back and thought, would I rather England win the World Cup or Spurs, like, win the Premier League and, like, Champions League double?
A double, yeah.
Like, that's when I'm like, I don't know. But the reason I said World Cup was because seeing a fair few games of football that I've always been of the if your team plays a game, a final or any game, and they're dog shit and they deserve to lose, then they deserve to lose. That's football, that is. But sometimes it can hurt when you're the better team.
Is this the Liverpool final by any chance?
The Liverpool final.
I knew you was getting onto that.
For one of them, because I know there'll be a lot of people out there and be like, "Wow, you didn't really." More or less, if we're being completely honest, that unfortunate handball, which probably wouldn't be given nowadays with VAR. Right, they scored early goal, killed the game, part of the buzz. We had Harry Kane up front who was injured and just come back. We should have started Lucas Moura, who got us to the final.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But that's one of the ones. But the one that really fucking hurt me was the England-Croatia game, the semi-final of the 2018. That was just, and my life peaked.
It was like time stood still.
My life peaked when Trippier scored that free kick. I remember the pub we were in, all the lads, and there was like a snooker table, and there's like a big fucking TV there, and they got rid of the snooker table, and they put a table there, and we're all sat there, and literally every single one of us like pushed the table out of the way because you knew Trippier was scoring that goal. And didn't want to jump up and throw beers everywhere, so we pushed the table out of the way so we can jump up and celebrate. Trippier scored, and it was like, fuck, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be like.
And then Mandzukic killed our dreams.
We'd gone through so many, the golden generation of we should, and then never making it past the quarters. Going out in the 2010, I think went out in the group stage. Was it 2010 or 2014? Sorry. In Brazil,
yeah, group stage.
We went out in the group stage, and just you think it's not going to happen, and then for that, and then we on the way through, we won our first ever penalty shootout,
Colombia,
which was again something. So there were so many highs. I think we beat Panama. I know it was only Panama, but we beat Panama like 6-1.
Yeah, it was
in the group. Do you know what I mean? So it was.
Was that Harry Kane hat trick?
Yeah,
because he won the golden boot.
Won the golden boot.
That's another thing, though.
It was just a high, and it was just getting so good, and it was like that was it, and then. To not against Croatia, it was just so hard to take. I remember where I worked at the time, I had 3 days off work. I had 1 day off work the next day, so I was so angry, so pissed off. And then I had just a few more days because it was I know people will say it's pathetic, but it was raw, and I just know. And the more annoying thing was that everybody that worked there didn't like football. So I know with how passionate, me knowing how passionate I am, I was going to walk through and go, "Well, how did England get on, Jordan?" So fucking swing on it, you prick. Like, do you know what I mean? I was so angry. I'm so like now. I'm getting frustrated thinking about it again. I was so angry
I see you getting a bit alright with it.
Yeah, I thought that I could have seen us beating France in that final.
I reckon we'd have given them a good game as opposed to the Spain final. I think we would have took it to them, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
didn't they turn Croatia over as well?
they did massively, yeah.
What was it,
So
3-0?
bad, like 4-1 or something,
4-1?
wasn't it? I think.
I can't remember. I just remember watching.
Yeah, it was just.
We had Belgium,
terrible.
didn't we?
And it was like Italy as well. The Italy game, that got me a bit because that was there for the taking. The Spain one though, like I weren't that. It was like okay. Do you know what I mean? It would have been nice if we won. Bringing it back to 1-1 was lovely. Oh, we're gonna win it, but then at the end of it, I remember going home and it was just like, yeah, sound, it wasn't sweet, yeah, okay, because it was unfortunate. It was nice to get to the final. That fucking Ollie Watkins goal against the Netherlands.
Oh mate, I was in Ibiza for that with my missus, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
We booked an extra day, so we was due to go back that day, and our flight would have been when we took off would have been kick-off, and when we landed would have been finished. And I said,
missing that?
I said to Miss, do you think I'm missing that? So we booked an extra day.
Yeah.
And me trying to book flights after having a few drinks, booked the wrong flights. And I booked them for October. And I was going mad because I just spent like £300 on these plane tickets.
All worth it.
Yeah. And then to go through all that, and we had a great time. We had front seats in this Irish pub. Made sure we got there pure early, just to watch this game, and it was just, we had a really good time. And coming back, I thought, it was well worth the money that we paid to stay over. But this is what I'm saying. It's not that I don't want to see England win the World Cup or Euros. It is just purely, I think it'd mean a lot more to me seeing.
I think it's for me. It's
be a pinnacle.
I think for me in this debate, I don't think for me the Euros. It'd be lovely if England was, but I don't think this conversation I'm having is Euros. It's World Cup. So like, if you could turn around to me and go, would you rather Spurs win the league or Spurs win the World, or England win the World Cup? That's the sort of thing. If it was Euros, no, I'd rather Spurs win the League Cup.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the Euros isn't as prestigious. It's still lovely. We've never won it, and it will still be nice to win it. I'm not taking anything away from it.
But it's like a watered down.
It's just the World Cup, man. Yeah. The World Cup. Fucking imagine winning the World Cup.
It'd be amazing, but I would still choose.
I have this thing. This world would like the world. This country would like go into like fucking. How many businesses would have to shut the next day?
I don't think many people go to work.
I fucking wouldn't.
No, I don't think I could either.
I wouldn't.
Hangover would kill me. Do you know what? I'd still be drinking. The next day, I'd be getting tunnel vision into it. I'd just be celebrating. Just be a party. It would just be a massive party. I think pubs wouldn't shut till like 2 or 3.
Where were we for the fucking Euros?
What, the Euro final? I watched that at home.
Was it at COVID? No, I want about the first one. Sorry, the Italy one. Were we just coming out of COVID for that?
Not long out of COVID, yeah. Because I remember I went into work the next day and had to get swabbed. With the
Yeah, I think that I preempted it and I booked it off the next day. Said I'm not going to be in.
Yeah, I watched that one at home as well.
Why?
I don't know. I just did.
I was like, mate. So
I think I wanted to fully focus on the game. Do you know what I mean?
I was so excited.
World Cup would be different. I'd be out for the World Cup.
Mate, I was up. I had my shirt on. I had England, like Vindaloo and everything blasting at 9 o'clock in the morning, drinking.
Off topic, what's your favourite England song?
Oh, without a doubt, World in Motion.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
John Barnes' rap.
It's so slept on. People like doing three
I was about
lines.
to say that's my favourite.
3 lines and Vindaloo.
Yeah, nah.
Just
World in Motion's the best.
John Barnes' rap, but just the song itself, it's just class.
Yeah, it's
mate,
brilliant.
I love it, and it gets slept on so much.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Like people, you know. Again, when we were like, so the pub that we went in for the 2018, like when we like the Colombia game, the landlady had got up and she'd put loads of money in the jukebox ready for the win for, and she like played, and like I say, it took so long, and like I think someone actually had to go up because I was like, why World in Motion on? Someone would actually go up and put it on, because you skip past it. It's not. I don't think people think.
No, everyone's up for Vindaloo. and Three Lions.
Great, Vindaloo's great though.
Yeah, Vindaloo's great, but I think it's just
such a parody song.
Yeah, it's commonly played. But like you say, World of Motion, he slept on.
I think when we had this conversation originally, I think the thing that sparked my reaction was just how you were so. FA Cup.
Yeah, because
I think that's for me. Like, if you'd sat there and gone, "Wow."
Yeah, I didn't think about it. No.
I don't know this. It could have because I had to go away from it, and I did have to sit back and go, right, is there any situations? And there are. Like I say, I think but the fact that you were just like, no.
Yeah, I was straight up.
I'm like, oh, what? It's the World Cup.
Yeah, club over country, man. I've always said it, no matter what. Like I say, I love it, but another
the togetherness it'll bring to you.
Oh yeah,
right?
No, yeah.
If you're at the pub, right, say you can't get tickets and you're in a boozer for the FA Cup game, right, the FA Cup final you're in, and there's a Villa fan next to you, all you're gonna get is shit and abuse. You're gonna be telling him to fuck off. He's gonna be giving you fuck off.
That's the thing. I wouldn't go to a boozer where I know the DV.
No, but
I'd go to one man on the ground.
Okay, we're speaking in hypotheticals here. Okay. Hypothetically, you're in a pub and there's a Villa fan there. He's just gonna be like, wankers, fucking glad you're losing.
Yeah.
Shit, don't belong here, never won it. We've won it so many times. Blah blah blah. Exactly, but flip it, and you're watching England, and England wins the World Cup. You're hugging that geezer, 100%. Knowing that he's a Villa fan.
Yeah, I get that. The togetherness, it does bring you. Yeah, I get it, but
it's like when fucking in World War II when the England and Germans come over at Christmas and play together.
I like that story, man. It's good.
And then that's it. And then you like that, and then you're rugging each other. And that's it.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. What I was saying before. But no, I'm just so fixated on it, the club.
Crazy shit happens when England play as well.
What do you mean?
Just like how everyone is. The country just gets rowdy, man. I love it. I do you remember Frank Lampard's ghost goal?
Yeah, the one that went in. Yeah, the one that went in.
Yeah, the ghost goal. Yeah. Right? I remember where I was. I was in a pub called The Chase in Nuneaton, right? That's gone in. Everyone's jumping around. And I didn't realise till after, whoever was behind me, they fucked off at the time, but whoever was behind me latched onto me and bit me. So we're jumping around, fucking bit me, and then because I'm losing my head at the time, and then calm down. After the dust settled and that, I went, some cunt just fucking bit me. I was like, oh, who bit me? And I was like, no, after I remember, but I had like teeth marks. Someone's jumping around, celebrating that much, got me. No, fucking started gnawing on me.
I do get where you're coming from with this togetherness. I don't think it's matched like you say. You go into a boozer, you know what everyone's going to talk about. It's a big thing. Yeah,
obviously, it's a hypothetical thing. I don't suggesting you're just going to go into. You will go where you know it's going to be.
Yeah.
Primarily. Can't get my words out.
Predominantly.
That one.
Yeah, predominantly.
Blues fans. Yeah, you're not going to go where you're going to be thinking there's going to be a mix of Villa fans there.
No.
For that exact reason, because the last thing you want to do in any situation is to be anywhere. I
don't think a Villa fan would go to the pub and watch it.
Me and the missus, I went with my mates to watch the Euros final, and she went with family and football friends to somewhere to watch it. And her nephew's don't like football and that, and he was one of them ones that was like, oh, well, England are that good, aren't they? And I said to her, I'd be fucking fuming. If he was sitting there, like, you just lost the final, well, England are that good, aren't they? It's pretty shit, and they knew they were going to lose.
Yeah, you get people like that though, and it winds me up. So don't
come out. Don't be there. Don't be there. Exactly. Don't be there.
And another thing, anyway, I'll just remember what I was going to say. With me choosing club over country, is my argument would be: do you watch the England qualifiers, or do you watch the group stages as soon as you get through to the World Cup? Because I don't watch the qualifiers. Do you know when places like San Marino or Gibraltar? Let's say, for instance, I would not waste my time putting that on, or even though it's on ITV, I won't go out of my way and watch it. I'd rather watch whatever's on Netflix, in all honesty. I only watch England as soon as it gets to the World Cup. I don't watch the qualifiers, don't bother. Because I know they're going to go for it. Where we're at now, I know, I'm so confident it's going
for it. Okay, but
Blues, I will watch us play. Like last night, the Port Vale game, we lost 1-0. I watched it. Didn't watch it at the ground, of course, but I watched it.
Yeah, but no, I don't...
I wouldn't bother with...
I don't think that, because, like, that is... Let's say when Spurs were in the Conference League, I didn't watch none of any of them games because it's the Conference League. Weren't asked about it, and then we ended up not playing, refusing to play a team in France and getting kicked out of it.
This is where...
But it like the League Cup as well. Like towards the back end of it, you take it more serious.
See, this is where you being a top 6 club is different to me. This is why another reason why I choose club. If Blues are in the conference, mate, I'm watching every game. It's not usual for us. Do you know what I mean?
Did you watch every single game of the Johnson's Plate Trophy run?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
I even went to the final, didn't I?
I know you went to the final.
But yeah, I watched every game.
Yeah.
Watched us beat Hull. We beat Fulham at home 7-0. Or 7-1, sorry. Watched them all, even when we beat Oxford.
It depends. It
Shrewsbury.
depends on.
I follow it all, every single game.
It depends on the. It depends on the prestigiousness of a trophy.
So you're used to.
I'll watch.
trophies.
I don't. I'm not.
No, but you know what I mean.
Like I've said to you, you had before the
when you've been
before
born, we
the
both
Europa
won the same
League,
amount of league
before,
cups.
Before you won the Europa, before we won the
Europa.
I don't know. Before we won the Europa League, I don't know what's going on. I can't get my words out.
You won the League Cup.
You'd won a trophy before us.
Yeah.
You won it 2000. We didn't win anything. 17 years it took us to win anything.
Didn't you win the
No,
League Cup
17,
in 2006?
No, 2008.
Robbie Keane.
2008 we won it.
No, 2008. Sorry.
Sorry, I thought you were about to say because.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple of League Cup, 2 League Cup finals since then. Champions League final.
Yeah, but that's another thing though. You used to get into finals. That was our first final since the League Cup again against Liverpool in 2000.
Do you want to just say what you're going to say about that final?
We should have won it.
Come on, get out of there.
Andrew Johnson got fouled, penalty. And if in today, like how you was with the handball, again, Liverpool, it's the Scousers, mate.
No. I'm not saying anything.
It's the Scousers. We should have had another League Cup.
I'm just saying, I know that whenever it gets brought up, you just have to get that out
Oh,
there.
yeah, I do, yeah. No, thank you for letting me say that. It would have just boiled up inside me.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, the Champions League, I still don't think we're going to do well, but I'll still watch all the Champions League finals. No,
Where do you think you'll finish?
I don't think we'll
well,
finish.
not finish, but where do you think? How far do you think you'll go?
I don't think we'll finish top 8, so I don't think we'll get automatic promotion to the round of 16.
PSG never finished in the top 8.
I know.
And they won it.
Mate, come on.
I'm just saying, just putting it out there.
PSG have got an unreal manager.
They didn't finish in the top 8 and they still won it.
Okay, but
Just saying, it's the luck of the draw as well.
I think maybe like you say, look at the draw, depending on who we get and how we do. I'd like to think that we're going to do very well. You just, like I say, you got to be as a Spurs fan, you become more
Put back down to earth.
Yeah,
Same. Tell me about
more
it.
realistic about things.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we're not really gonna. Okay, we got into the competition by winning the Europa League, and we should be. The squad we've got is okay. Depth is okay. We've got a couple of good defenders and a backup goalkeeper's all right. But other than that, have we got the depth to compete? Are we signing players that says I want to? I seen someone say it on a podcast earlier, and he said the problem. It was Tom Garrett, believe it or not, actually, and because that Lewis was saying, oh well, Spurs, you're in the Champions League and you've won a Europa League final. That's down to Levy, but you're saying Levy out and you're arguing about Levy. And Tom Garrett said it perfectly. He said, it's not that, it's the fact that Levy's coming out and going, I want to win Premier Leagues, I want us to win Champions Leagues. He wants us to compete in these trophies, but he's not backing it. We've not got the players to compete at that level.
No, and I know there's a lot of slander with Levy as well because he don't spend the money, but business wise, I think he runs it perfectly.
He runs it like
steady
a business.
Ship. Yeah, steady ship.
Like a business.
Yeah, definitely. So I'd say you and Brighton are probably the steadiest clubs. When it
Leicester
comes to
up there, and then
were until that tragedy. Yeah, of course, but I don't know, man. I've got a good feeling about Tottenham this year. And don't forget, I backed you to win the Europa on my football bet last year, and I got that spot on. And I'll back you again. I don't think you'll win the Champions League, but I reckon you'll get quarters.
I would have preferred to stay in Europa. You have a good shot. I'd rather a little. I mean, don't get me wrong. Champions League is the pinnacle, isn't it? It's what you want.
Yeah. It's what an FA Cup.
But if you could, let's play. You know what I mean? You could have again. If you could have FA Cup or Champions League.
If I could,
yeah,
Champions League.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
It's not realistic.
But it's the pinnacle, exactly. And It's not that I'm saying I don't.
It's not the World Cup.
It's not like I'm saying I don't want Spurs to play in the Champions League, but there's a little bit of me that thinks I'd rather us compete in a competition rather than participate in a competition.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
We could compete like we did in the Europa League, and it's another European trophy. It's another trophy.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll participate in the Champions League.
Yeah, it'd be like a Celtic.
Not
Well, from your point of view.
They're not. The Celtic aren't in the Champions League.
No, last year.
Yeah, have you seen who they went out to?
Yeah.
Mad.
Kazakhstan.
I've never even heard of them.
I think it's the first ever time we get into the Champions League as well. Mental. It's mental. But yeah, so this is why that you've kind of understood where I've come from then, because you've thought about it. So I'll ask you again, Champions League winners this year for Tottenham, or seeing England win the World Cup next year? Red pill or blue pill? Which one are you taking? It's a tough question. For someone who was digging me for going straight into the club.
Yeah, that's it, because you went straight in.
Yeah, because I know. Cut me open, I'll bleed blue. Heart and soul with Birmingham. It is a tough question for you, isn't it? But that just goes to show how you are more on the fence now as to being more country.
I know, because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, say that, and then there's like some people, don't fucking say that, actually, think about it.
You've never won the Champions League, and we have won a World Cup, technically. 1966. I know we haven't seen it. We've won one. To win something that you've never won, to be part of history, you know?
I'm sitting here thinking, when I'm on my deathbed, and I'm thinking back, we've won one or the other, so one or the other has happened. Would I regret England if England won the World Cup, Spurs never winning the Champions League, or would I regret England never winning it, having Spurs won the Champions League?
I don't know. See, I should be saying England, because Birmingham ain't really going to win the Champions League, are they? But I'd still rather see Birmingham win it, even though it's not realistic. It should really be an easy choice for me, but because I'm so more inclined to picking my club.
Yeah, I get it. Because the thing is, when we had this conversation, it was, what would you rather? And it wasn't, the conversation wasn't Spurs winning the Champions League. It was FA Cup or World Cup. That was the conversation.
Yeah. That was the main question.
That was it. Do you know what I mean? And
that's what sparked the debate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think lower league clubs will pick club.
I think in my head now.
I think the fans of the lower league will always pick the FA Cup over it.
I think I'm sitting here thinking Champions League now.
Yeah. It's your team, it's your club. Out of the 92 in English football, for me, the FA Cup would be that. For you, you've got the rest of Europe.
But then am I thinking, I'd celebrate harder if England won the World Cup. I'll have a few beers.
It's because of the togetherness you was on about. Though.
I'll have a few beers
Everyone's
and
involved.
I'll enjoy it, and then we'll watch the game, and then I'll come back and I'll be in. I probably won't be home for like 3 days if England won the World Cup.
If Tottenham won the Champions League, right, realistically, and you went out with your mates, you're going to be on a high. They're like, okay. They're not getting involved, are they? And you're going to be a bit buzzkill now. Who am I going to celebrate with? Do you know what I mean? Whereas if Birmingham won the FA Cup and I went out and I was with a couple of mates who were Villa
England
fans
won the
or
World
whatever,
Cup, you could go anywhere in the world.
because they're going to be like, yeah, I won't get over it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, buzzkill. But if England won the World Cup,
you go anywhere in the world and
you can just walk down the road and high five the old bloke with his newspaper in his arm. Like, come on, England. Do you know what I mean?
And he goes, fuck off, I don't like football. Overpaid bunch of little bitches.
Yeah. But yeah,
Know that
I know what you're saying. If England won the World Cup, it would be a bigger hype and a bigger...
I really don't fucking know, you know. I really don't.
I'm kind of glad that you sat on the fence now, because when we had this conversation at work, you was biting my head off.
Because to me, there's no question. If the same question was to me, what would you rather, FA Cup or World Cup? It would be World Cup. All day.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll for this, so people can see. Just because I want to know if they will pick club over country or country over because there is some people out there that are just purely patriotic and just watch the England games. Like,
I think imagine myself breaking down and crying if England win it. I don't think I'd break down crying if Spurs won the Champions League.
You would, especially after a few beers. You would. I know you would. I'd cry over the FA Cup.
I'd cry after a few beers anyway.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. But
I don't know. I can't. Like there is, I'm sitting here and I'm going like I said Champions League, but then I'm thinking, no, fucking imagine. I mean, like because I could go World Cup, and then I'm thinking, I've just got an image now in my head of Romero lifting the Champions League. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but do you know what I mean? Just close your eyes. Close your eyes now. I don't know who your captain is, but close your eyes now and just picture him. Just picture him lifting the Champions League. Close your eyes and just think about it.
I'll just send the FA Cup into the Champions League. It's realistic anyway. It's not realistic, but for me, I can see that happening one day. Hopefully, anyway. I'd love it, man. I don't think that would be. I would die a happy man knowing Birmingham won the FA Cup. I really would. I really, really would.
I had this thing as well, which would have been nice. We went to the Euros, and me, my mate Kieran, and Maldini James, and we all had our England shirts, and we had 24th Euro 24, and our names on the back. And I just remember thinking, Missy said it to me, how nice would it be if we win it, because you can give that shirt to Florence.
Yeah.
Just giving that. It's just nice, just an England shirt.
Yeah. Could have meant something though.
Just scrunched up and threw in the after the final. Go, fuck off.
I've done that though. I've kept some of my old blue stops to give to my brother. Not the old Flyby ones. I know you probably wouldn't know it all.
I remember Flyby. Deodora.
Yeah, we had Flyby. Deodora and Flyby in the
Cal Forsell.
Yeah.
My knowledge ain't that bad.
Fair. What we'll do then on Sunday, if you want, we'll do a quiz. And we'll do a little bonus round. I'll question you with Tottenham. You question me, Birmingham. And then we'll do an England quiz. So we'll go off the club and country, see if our knowledge amounts to what we think.
Probably not.
Do. What do you mean?
Knowledge will be shit. This will be things pull out. You're like, yeah, but we got. Remember, we had this little Flyby and I'm like, yeah, man, fucking.
No, I mean like
Emil Esky, Mikel Forsell, bringing all these players. Then you're like, right, so Spurs, and he's like, who was their manager in 1991 when they won the FA Cup? Terry Venables. I knew that at the time, but my brain just fucking fogged.
Yeah.
And when you said when we were doing our favourite 11. Stand by that one.
Yeah, fair. Just stand by it. Die on that hill, son.
I'm gonna
die on that hill.